What's going on, everybody? Joe Colonna here. I am back at another new theme park. This time we are at Kennywood. My first time ever visiting this park. Really excited to get some rides on the Steel Curtain, Phantom's Revenge, and a couple other ones. Really looking forward to this park. Alright, we are officially in the park. I think my first ride is going to be Skyrocket. Right here. Let's take a look. What's going on, everybody? Just got off of Skyrocket, and this ride is interesting. So it's a 0 to 50 mile per hour launch in about 3 seconds. There's 3 inversions. There it is right behind me. And there's no over-the-shoulder restraints. So yeah, it was interesting. Not one of my favorite rides, but I didn't hate it. So my second ride of the day is going to be Jackrabbit. It's a woody coaster. Love woody coasters. Looking forward to doing this one. Alright, I just wrapped up the Jackrabbit, and I have to say, this is a pretty solid ride. Not the fastest, certainly not the tallest, but there's a certain drop in there that gives you some nice hang time, and it's a nice little starting woody coaster, I think. Lots of fun. I think the next ride I'm going to do is the Racer. Welcome to 1927 is designed by John Miller. The Racer is the last living look coaster north of Rampant. It is the ride at one continuous track. The cradle right finishes on the left, vice versa. This is Kennywood's second Racer. The first opened in 1910 and was willing to make way for this more thrilling snappy ride. Alright, just got off the Racer. Have to say it was a pretty solid racing wooded ride. Really liked the back half of the ride. Lots of hang time. Felt like it sped up toward the end a little bit. I don't know, that was just me. I think I'm going to do Steel Curtain once now, and then I'm going to try to hit it on the way out. Alright, I just got off the Steel Curtain. I have to say that was an incredible ride. 225 feet in the air, 75 miles an hour max speed, 8 inversions, and you know, the seats on the actual train are like themed toward footballs, which is actually pretty crazy. And the train itself is like Steelers skin. I thought it was awesome. Really liked that ride, and I think now I'm going to head toward the other side of the park, hit up Phantom's Revenge and some of the other ones over there. And we'll probably try to come back here later. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, just filled up my bottle of water and now I'm making my way toward Thunderbolt, another woody coaster. I think this will be the 3rd woody coaster of the day. I'm a big fan of woody coasters, so let's see how this one goes. Just wrapped up a ride on the Thunderbolt, and I have to say, that was a good ride. Solid hang time, pretty quick. There was like 1 or 2 cars I had to wait for. Solid. I think there's a wild mouse indoors that I have to hit somewhere on these parks. And then Phantom's Revenge probably twice. Then another ride on Steel Curtain, and I think I'm done after that. So yeah, having a great time so far, and I will see you guys in a bit. The next ride we have is another little one. It's an indoor wild mouse called the Exterminator. I'm going to do this one, then I'm going to do Phantom's Revenge probably twice, and then one more ride on the Steel Curtain, and then call it a day. I think I did everything else. The only other coaster here is a little kiddie coaster that I'm not doing. So far it's been a great day. Let's end it strong. Alright, what's going on, everybody? Just got off of the Exterminator, and I have to say, even though I waited an hour for a wild mouse, it was one of the better ones. It reminded me a lot of the Dark Knight from Six Flags Great Adventure, with a little bit different theming, which is kind of cool. I wish the line moved a little bit quicker, but honestly, I'm fine with it. It is what it is. I have plenty of time to get to the Phantom's Revenge, at least once, hopefully twice, and then I should be able to round out the day with one last ride on the Steel Curtain. walking over to Phantom's Revenge right now. Alright, I'm currently in line for Phantom's Revenge. It just went past me. I'm actually in line for the front row. I'm going to do this in the front, then in the back, and then I'm going to head back over to do the steel curtain to have every night. I think it's been a pretty good day so far. So this ride used to be known as the Steel Phantom, as you can see by that image right there. And it was made by Aerodynamics. Pretty interesting stuff. How's it going, everybody? Joe Colonna here. Just got off of 2 rides of Phantom's Revenge, and I did 1 ride in the front and 1 ride in the back. So the first time I was up there was for the front, and actually the train broke down literally the ride before I was about to ride. So I waited it out. They did a couple of test runs, and they got it back up and running smoothly. So I was able to get right on. I didn't have to wait too much longer. I mean, I was waiting no matter what, and I was able to ride. And the first ride was insane. Lots of hang time in the front. Most of it came after the first drop, and it's really fast, like wicked fast for a hypercoaster. Usually those are a little bit slower. I was pretty impressed. And then I got right off and went back to the back row, and the back row is even more hang time. So the first drop, you really don't get too much hang time, but like after that, it's like 90% of the ride you're out of your seat. Like literally, the hang time is ridiculous. Like I'm literally like, I had so much hang time. It was insane. I mean, I think that's one of my top 3 or 4 favorite hypercoasters, probably. I think it's up there in the legs of Pandemonium, maybe. I think it's really a good hypercoaster. So I got 2 rides on that, and now I'm going to end my night heading over to Steel Curtain for one last time, trying to get a front row ride on the Steel Curtain. I will see you all when I get over there. So they have these food stands here that are kind of remind me of Epcot, if you're around the world kind of thing. I've seen a few of them around. Thought it was interesting. I didn't get any food because I ate before I got here, and I'm not really that hungry right now, but yeah. Alright, I'm currently in the queue for the front row of Steel Curtain. This is definitely going to be my last ride of the night. Looking forward to it. What's up, everybody? Just got off of Steel Curtain in the front row. That was absolutely insane. This ride is really quick. So many inversions, and despite all these inversions, there is no over-the-shoulder restraints on this train. Like, it's just the lap bar, and it's kind of crazy where you go upside down 9 times and there's only a lap bar. I think that's kind of interesting. There's also a seatbelt too, of course. But yeah, I really like that ride. Really fast, really a lot of inversions, which is always fun. I had to think about what I was saying there for a second. But yeah, definitely a great day.